So we are live. This is All Back to Mine, episode 7. I'm Criztoz, creator of the 45 Day, DJ with the original 45ers, head of live streams for 45 Kings, and a talk show host. And this is one of my shows, All Back to Mine. And today I've got my very special guest, DJ Tanner. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Thanks.
Wow, it's great
Nice
to have
to
you
know.
on the show. We managed to get the technical gremlins sorted out, but I think hopefully everyone can hear us loud and clear.
It's awesome.
How are you doing today?
Things are all right. Yeah. Taco Tuesdays.
Taco Tuesdays, yes. We definitely do that. So let's start a little bit. Where are you based? Whereabouts are you based in the world?
So I'm located 1 hour south of Toronto, Canada, about 10 minutes away from Niagara Falls, Canada.
Okay. Is Niagara Falls somewhere you get to go? Do you go and visit very often?
It's funny being around it. We don't really go there too often. They have the Festival of Lights that we go with our daughters to check out every year, do a drive-by. But we used to work in Niagara-on-the-Lake and Niagara Falls. It's a big tourist city. So a lot of the economy depends on the everyone coming over for Niagara Falls and the surrounding area. There's lots of wineries in the area here, and lots of places to kind of do some niche DJing, like spinning some 45s at. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely get to the DJ. But no, I know what you say because I live in the Sunshine Coast in Eastbourne, and we're right on the coast, and we have the beach, which is like 2 miles that way. I can walk in 10-15 minutes, but you don't ever do the things that are around you unless you have friends over or family or whatever visiting. It's just a strange phenomenon, isn't it? People tell you how good it is when they get here. Okay, cool. So yeah, south of Toronto, we love the Canadians. We've had some of the Canadian homies who I think Sticky Buds has been over, and we had J-Pod play at some of our events, and a lot of them play at Shindig Festival over here, which is cool. But tell us a little bit about your DJ background then. When did you first get into DJing? What artist inspired you? What sort of music styles do you like?
Yeah. So how I got into DJing, and pretty much in 1998, I decided to buy turntables. When I was growing up, I was a little bit taller. I'm 6'1" and a bit. I started playing basketball, started listening to hip hop music, started understanding, wow, hip hop is sampling so many artists, and then started digging into the funk. And then from there, just for 21 years or so, 23 years of DJing, and just always trying to dig and trying to find the samples, and just got into music that way, pretty much from playing basketball.
Wow. So, I mean, hip hop's, we're all big fans of hip hop. So it's amazing how hip hop gets you into all these other different styles like funk and reggae and, rock and everything, isn't it? So what is it about hip hop particularly that sort of drew your attention?
Like the first tape I heard was like Beastie Boys, Run DMC, all the classics, and right from there you're just digging for the original samples, and it's crazy to do all this before the digital era. So just always digging, right? Like I think when the internet came around, the first thing I Googled was like Beastie Boys, and I was trying to find out their samples already, right? There was nothing online. So just got into it and just started to enjoy this culture of music, right? Yeah.
It's a very different world we live in now, isn't it? When you've got things like the website Who Sampled Who, or you can find a sample pretty easily. But yeah, I mean, back before the internet, unless somehow you bought a record that had something that was sampled, then you just wouldn't have these records, would you?
True.
Big up to Polly Ever After, and we got Mr. Pete here. So the premise of the show is if I was to come to your crib and obviously you would say, hey, I've got some tunes to play for you, and you'd select 7 sevens. There may be a theme, they may not, they may just be 7 you want to play, and then we're just going to go through them, and then there'll be a bit of chatting in between. So what have you got first? What's the first 45? Do you want to tell us a little bit about it, why you chose it, then play it, and then we can have a chat afterwards as well?
Sure. So this kind of takes us to the beginning of 45 digging. I went to a Stones Throw concert in Toronto. Living in Niagara, I had a chance to go to a lot of Toronto shows. Toronto is just a bigger city, major market, so a lot of artists would come through, and so it was great to always go to Toronto concerts. One of them was Stone's Throws. Egon had a 40. Egon had a tape, like a funk tape, and Dante was on the B side. But one of the tracks from the tape was this track coming up. So I finally was excited to find it, digging one day, you know.
Excellent. Stones Throw is such a great label. So yeah, let's hear it. That's such a tune.
So dope. Yeah. Just thoroughly enjoy it.
Just going to say big up to Double P for raiding the show. Big up Raiders. Welcome. This is All Back to Mine. DJ Tanner. And yeah, Tommy T. Here we go. Paul Sitter. Nice one. Yeah, so for the Raiders who missed it, just tell us again what that track was.
So that was Close Your Eyes, the Caprals. So what happened was Egon from Stone's Throw, he actually sent me a tape back in the day. He had a funk tape. Dante was on the B side, and this was one of the tracks that was on that tape. And one of the first times in Toronto digging, I found this, and probably one of the first 20 45s that I bought was this one, and it was just so special. So, and it still hits today. It's unbelievable. So cool.
It's such a great track, and yeah, a really great selection. Thank you very much. That's a great choice. So you're close to Toronto. So what's the Canada scene like in terms of DJing? You mentioned there's some niche venues that you can play at, some vineyards, wineries, I imagine, things like that.
Yeah, there's tons of vineyards nowadays. So that really helps out, getting like helping with the culture and having people want just to sip and enjoy some good music and some good wine. That's kind of around the world. There's always good food and good music go hand in hand. So that's kind of the major bonus living in the Niagara region for myself. Yeah.
And how does that go? Do they literally let you do whatever you want, or do they say we want, for example, we want a funk night, or we want a sampled night, or we want this, or do they just let you do your own thing?
Yeah, I'm very lucky that there's some bars, there's some wineries in some places that have allowed us, you just come in and just do your thing, just do your DJing. Yeah, that just some people know, and so it's a bonus that some people know, and you get a chance to do your thing.
Yeah. Well, it's good to be able to pair the food, the wine to the music as well, and it's all about the environment, isn't it? And giving people a night out and an experience. And music's a big part of that.
Always striving for that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. I see you've got another one lined up. So number 2, what do you have with us for this time?
Number 2, we'll follow along. Big influence for me was the Beat Junkies, Babu and J-Rock. Had a chance to see them live in Toronto, like a $10 show. It was just ridiculously awesome. Wow. They had Cut Chemist came out, and Newmark, and the Beat Junkies performed the Word of Mouth tour, and so same thing. It was just incredible to see J-Rock put out some of his mixes, and yeah, so I have the Funky Prez J-Rock album, 45.
Oh, nice one, nice one.
Got a new thing here. If you want to get down with the woman, you know what you got to do. You got to tell her what you want to hear. Here's what I tell them. Look here. Wait a minute. Walk up to them. Pat him on the side of the lower arm. And this is what I say. It's in my shape, good God, huh? About to wet me to death. It's in my shape, about to wet me to death. It's in my shape. I walk the floor. I wanna walk the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, get it. Ain't it funky? Ain't it funky? Ain't it funky? Ain't it funky? 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, I want to give the drummer some of this funky soul we got here. You don't have to do no soloing, brother. Just keep what you got. Don't turn it loose, cause it's a mother. When I count to 4, I want everybody to lay out and let the drummer go. And when I count to 4, I want you to come back in. It's in my collar. I got to holler. I said it's in my feet. Feels so sweet. It's in my shape. Good God. About to wet me to death. It's in my shape. About to wet me to death. It's in my shape. I walk the floor. I wanna walk the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, get it. Good God. Ain't it funky? Ain't it funky? Ain't it funky? Ain't it funky? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's what's happening. Now that's what's happening. Now that's what's happening. Now that's what's happening.
Yeah.
So good. Is that number one? Is that his the first one he did?
5 and 6 is, I think it's the B-side, 5 and 6.
Yeah, because I think he's up to about 9 or 10 now, isn't he? I think.
Yeah. I found the CD too. I was digging today for some. So they had the CD first, listen to that over and over, play it out. I'm surprised it still plays. And then to find the, like all these gems that they're releasing is incredible.
It's so good. It's so good. I mean, it's just so well edited together, and it's amazing. It's such a legendary producer. You know, he's definitely. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Twitch, because that's how we met through Twitch. So when did you first get into Twitch? You know, what do you like about Twitch? How have you found it?
76 weeks ago, DJ Immaculate reached out to me. We've been friends for like over a decade online. We've been doing video edits for over a decade, exchanging video edits. And so, yeah, Immaculate said, why don't we get together, do a night? We could do it through Twitch. Blew my mind because I wasn't really thinking of even joining or starting up with it. And yeah, so 76 weeks ago, we started Turntables. And then the next week after that, we started Funklectic. And so now we're in 75 weeks. This Friday is our 75th anniversary, or weekly anniversary of Funklectic. So it's incredible. And just loving the fact that as with the culture and with all the DJs, just meeting so many and being in your kitchens, in your studios, listen to your tunes. It's just infinite. It just keeps going and going. It just fills that gap that's kind of currently we're situated in with COVID, right?
It's it's amazing, and big up for 75 shows. That's crazy. You know, that's every week. You know, and it's all quality. All the DJs on there are dope. And big up yourselves, both of you. Macula's killing it. You're killing it. It's really great, man.
And then in August 2020, Global Funk Fam forming and reaching out. That was just like a dream come true kind of thing of joining other like-minded DJs, especially across the globe. It's such an incredible honor to represent them, and just so Twitch is just very inspiring. I've never worked so hard in my life in the past 20 months. Crazy, making like 800 video edits in like 20 months versus 1,300 video edits in 10 years. It's just unbelievable.
Well, tell us a little bit about that. So what is your process? What software are you using? How long does it take to put together a set?
So each video edit, I'm always digging. I'm always looking for dope audio edits. There's so many amazing DJs across the globe that make awesome edits. Unfortunately, I haven't developed even redrumming or anything like that. So thankfully, there's just so much dope edits out there. So I'll find the edit, and then I'm always looking for a high quality source video edit, the actual original source of the video. And then I use Final Cut Pro to cut and paste and expand the video to try to match it up word for word and motion for motion to make a clean video edit, and always looking for visuals too to add on top of it. So it kind of trying to make a bigger production. Back when I first started into doing the video DJing, I almost bought a Videonics machine, and it's like a manual. You got to flip the video, and someone has to work it, and it's just very standard. I almost had my wife sign up to come out, and we were going to do it, and that was the way of doing video until Serato. And again, Peanut Butter Wolf, Stone's Throw. First time I saw somebody use video and put the fader up, and the video popped up, and I was just like, wow, that's amazing. You can control video as well as use like digital records to control it as a means, and I love the video aspect of DJing.
It's amazing, you know. It's so good as well, and you know, you've done tons of streams. You've done some for us as well, and you know, each time just blown away by the quality and the seamlessness. And we'll come back to a little bit about that in a minute, but let's go for another tune. Let's go for number 3. What have you got?
Sure. This is just the standard 45 tune picked up a couple years ago. Like the 45 anthem.
45, yeah, do the 45. 45, yeah, do the 45. Now you heard about the shotgun, how bad it's gonna be. I got news for you, baby. Just listen to me. You're twining and you're whining like all the rest. Well, I got my 45 and I'll create a big mess. 45, yeah, do the 45. 45, yeah, do the 45. Well, here's the little sister, she's twisting on the storm. She's doing the 38 and she's waving her arms. Well, come on now, girl, and dance with me. I got my 45 and I'm as bad as I can be. Oh! Now don't just stand there looking so dumb. Act like Jesse James and have you some fun. Everybody's dancing and moving all around. They've got their 45s and they're the best in town. 45, yeah, do the 45. 45, yeah, do the 45.
It's the perfect song.
guilty pleasure?
I think, yeah, guilty pleasures. We did a 45 Raiders with guilty pleasures, but I think it's a pleasure, isn't it? It doesn't matter, it's not guilty if you enjoy it and it's good.
It's a fun one.
Yeah. And I think certainly in the 45s community, any song that you can drop that has 45s in it, there's Boca 45's done a track recently called 45, obviously, and he did a whole album called 45. But yeah, it's definitely one to drop. So you explained, obviously, you're using Final Cut Pro to edit, and I think you're saying that you're using Serato to do the live VJing effectively. Is that right?
Correct. With Mix Emergency too. Mix Emergency has more transitions and effects to use alongside with Serato.
Well, let's get all geeky then. So tell me about that. So how does Mixmer work?
Pardon me?
So how does that work? You say it's Mixer. Is that a specific effect, or is that another?
Oh, sorry. Mix Emergency is the name of a company. Mix Emergency is the name of a company like Serato.
Oh, okay. So they just for visuals, are they?
It's very similar to Serato, but they have more transitions in between videos, and just more effects, and the video output and the video, it runs smoother than Serato video.
Okay, cool. And you also run, I think you use a combination of virtual green screen, because obviously that's where you DJ now, but normally we don't see your records, we just see a whole screen. So how does that work in terms of the virtual green screen and I think the color coding as well you use, don't you, for part of it?
Yeah, I have a green screen that fits up back here, but because I have my crates here, it tucks into the wall, so I got a little bit of a crease when I perform on Twitch, which I haven't fine-tuned yet. But yeah, so basically just the green screen will just be used to put the video beneath it, and then you can put your logos and everything on top of it and stream that way. If that makes sense.
Do you have to sort of light the green screen?
I do need lighting. I'm in the basement and not the best lighting as well. Probably should invest in lighting, but I usually just buy 45s instead of investing.
Well, I think we're all guilty of just buying 45s and spending all our money on that. But no, I mean, it certainly looks slick. When you're doing the shows, it looks great.
Thanks,
and I assume you're running that through. Do you use all the same computer, or do you have different computers for the visuals and different for the streaming?
I'm lucky that my Mac, the output through the Mac can handle the video output and the OBS all running together. So I haven't had a problem with that from the get-go. I did buy the Elgato streaming device to run into a PC, and the PC actually runs twice as fast as my Mac, but I haven't linked up I can't get the audio working out of the HDMI. So again, that was like last August I tried it and I couldn't figure it out. So I just kept running with what I had going with on my Mac. So it's just the Mac runs it and everything goes out from the Mac, and that's how I stream.
Well, I think that's how, we've all obviously started streaming roughly about the same time, and I think we all learned things, and I think one of the beauties of what we do is you sort of work out workarounds to make things work, because I was using like quite an old MacBook laptop and it just about worked, and then having to do workarounds. But yeah, this is the world of streaming that we're in, but it's all good. What have you got for number 4 then? What track have you got?
All right, number 4 is just a fellow Canadian. I was lucky to do a Bastard Barbecue in 2016, and we were just talking about like favorite artists, favorite producers, and he mentioned Joe Run, Bombay, and ever since that day, he's any 45 that Joe Run puts out, I'm on top of that. He's just high quality. Yeah. So it's a Joe Run.
That'll spread around the nation. Get up, clap your hands, and feel the groove. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Happy sensation. Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Like you say, you can't go wrong with a Joran Bombay edit.
Incredible work, eh?
Yeah, big up records by Wolf. Yeah, he's just put another one out, hasn't he? I think he's just done a edit of Funk in Jamaica, I think.
Yes, that's correct.
That's just dropped. I think that's hopefully in the post this week. So I'm hoping to
Oh,
get that
nice.
sometime later this week. Yeah. So you mentioned Scratch Bastard. He's absolutely killing it on Twitch.
Incredible, eh? Wow.
I mean, he's quite got this infectious personality, larger than life. I mean, I'm making an assumption. I assume he's like that in real life. Is he?
100%, even liver, right? Just brings everything. True MC, like awesome DJ. I think he's one of the best DJs in the world, and yeah, it just keeps growing nonstop, practicing, and incredible. It was so yeah. He throws bastard barbecues. He was supposed to have the 10th one in Toronto before COVID hit, and yeah, so he's just crushing it. Yeah, so awesome.
Yeah, I think the one maybe just before COVID that I caught online was the one in Taiwan where they went, and I think Flip Out was playing. I think Coco was there as well, and to just see these amazing DJs absolutely killing it, and then now we can just watch it on Twitch. It's amazing how things have moved in this direction. If it wasn't for COVID, a lot's happened because of COVID, but I don't know if we'd quite be in this position if it wasn't for COVID.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how the DJs community came closer together through COVID.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the gamers had been using Twitch for so long, and I think it was largely overlooked by a lot of people, because unless you're a gamer, I don't think a lot of people knew what Twitch was. And it's amazing now that there's so many DJs, and any time of day or night you can just switch it on and there's a dope DJ, dope raid event going on. It's crazy. It's crazy. I love it. I love it.
Really. Same here. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep it rolling with the music then. What have you got for the next one? I think we're on number 5.
The homie Caserta from LA, Bridge Boots. He does a lot of the mixing and engineering for Khan. Those are the Khan's a huge artist too that I love. And so anytime you get a Khan 7, and then he's the Bridge Boots, the Bobby edit is awesome. And had the huge opportunities to do a lot of video edits for some of his edits, and we connected like before COVID, during COVID. And just a big homie, and yeah, I just love his edits. Yeah.
That's so good. I do love Con. I've got I think the Con and the Gang 45.
So dope. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about digging. So, you know, where you are, is there many spots to go digging? Is there, I mean, what we call charity shops here, flea markets, is there those sort of places? And tell us some of the record shops that you go to.
Yeah, so the passion of mine was basketball. So I used to go to like the first 10 seasons of the Raptors. I used to get like a 10 game pack kind of thing. And so I would drive to Toronto. I would go to Play the Record in Toronto, and they had a store called Track. So there's 2 record stores on Yonge Street, and I would hit up 2 record stores before going to a basketball game. That's how I started record collecting. So I would go a bunch of times to Toronto. And then it turned to online. So then you're able to find things cheaper without spending an hour drive back and forth. And things became a lot easier with online vinyl shopping. So that's there's not too many places. Yeah, sorry.
There's not too many places locally that you can shop.
Locally, yes, yeah.
Okay. There's a little bit of, some people like online digging, some people don't. My view is, if a record's there and you can get it, then, and you want to play it, then obviously it's great. I mean, I appreciate Discogs causes a lot of problems in terms of flipping records and, prices going through the roof, the minute it's been released. But I guess it's a little bit of everything. If you can get to a record shop and buy something and find it in the wild, great. Alternatively, if you need to go online, then you need to go online, don't you?
True. Yeah. Used to, like, everywhere I go, like before I had my daughters, every town you go to, you're always like, first thing you do before you check into a town was check in to see what record stores they have. And then you would go to the record stores like Calgary and St. Louis, all these different cities that I've been to. That's what you do, right? So being a DJ.
I think so, definitely, as a record collector. And I've done it on the 45 Kings Collective. I put a post, right, I'm going to go to this city, Liverpool, for example. Where should I go? And then you get a whole load of record shops. But yeah, I mean, yeah, like you say, it's the first thing to do in any city, isn't it? As a record collector, record DJ. Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's keep the music rolling. What have you got next? I think we're on number 6.
Number 6, yeah. I got the homie Jim Sharp, Dusty Donuts. Just love the new Feeling Good. It's such a feel good. It's the anthem this year.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Love it.
Sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting by,
Yeah.
I think, as Mr. Pete says, that is so good. And I think one of the things I love about 45s, especially when edits come along, is sometimes they come along like buses. I assume this is a common phrase that is across the world, but so that came along, and also Soul Supreme did his is a reversion, obviously, you know, a different take on it, but they're both so amazing, but also both so different, and I love that about 45s.
Yeah, they both hit differently. They both hit hard and different. It's pretty amazing, and they were both hard to get when they came out.
Well, I was going to talk about that because that's Dusty Donuts 20, isn't it? That's the. I don't know if you managed to get the silver version or the black one, but it's not too bad here. What is it like in Canada getting the records out?
I order a lot of my stuff through Juno. That seems to be the fastest way to get stuff. So paying for shipping, but yeah, or through Bandcamp.
And is Juno, when you say that, do you mean the UK Juno? Is that how
yes.
you get it and it's shipped?
Yes,
over?
Correct.
So what's it costing? What's shipping costing to get to Canada from the
couple
UK?
records, right? So you got to choose wisely.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's difficult here because for us, it's since Brexit and COVID. You know, we just, you know, I haven't bought much from Europe just because you don't want to get stung with the VAT and the customs, which they brought in a few months ago.
Yes.
So Juno is the go-to unless, you know, you go to the Bandcamp. But it's. Yeah, the problem with Bandcamp is you order it and it's a pre-order, and often it turns up on Juno before it's even come out on Bandcamp.
True.
And it's a tricky one, but yeah. So Juno's your main thing. There's no Canadian equivalent of Juno.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, no.
Well, what about America then? Is there anything? Can you get it from there, or is it just as bad? It's just
I used to order like Turntable Lab and the Peach and a couple companies in the States, but then when it crosses Canada, paying the duties on it, it seems to it hits hard sometimes. So I stopped doing that.
Okay, so it's interesting. So the duty from America to Canada is probably worse than UK to Canada.
For some reason, it got hit harder and flagged more often. I'm not too sure why back in the day.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Lobb's obviously in Australia. I mean, he's coming on the show next time round. So
from all over the globe, probably, eh?
Yeah. So we've got him.
It
takes a long time to get to Australia, and also sometimes there's issues with it. But how long does it take to get from UK to Canada? What's shipping like?
Like a couple weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's not bad.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's about that if we order from America, I guess. So it's about that. So cool. Right. I think we're on number 7.
Number 7. So a lot of these, like the records are special because the artists too, like I did a bunch of video edits for Jim Sharp, and for the Feeling Good, I was happy to find a HD quality video of Lauryn Hill, so I was able to do a Feeling Good HD video, which was awesome. And then the homies, the Allergies, like been lucky to work with them, make some video edits for them. And this is one of the video edits I made for Gather Around. So it's Gather Around, the Allergies on 45. Nice. Just love everything they put out. It's just amazing.
Yeah, they're great.
We're going to do a tune right now that came out not too long ago.
I can take the trouble looking on your face. But let me tell the children what happened to me. Children in the marketplace. I can see the trouble written on your face. I used to walk around sad as can be. But let me tell the children what happened to me. Gather around 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 me.
Yeah.
Yes,
Picked up
yes.
some money
the
shot.
allergies.
Adam
Oh,
Rackabeat. So good.
they're so dope. They're so dope. Yeah, I've seen them DJ a few times, and I'm a huge fan of Ugly Duckling, like I know most of the people in the chat are, and Andy Cooper, and even ZZ45 likes Andy Cooper. But yeah, it's catching their live show. I saw them in Brighton maybe about a year before COVID hit, I think, and they played a live show, and yeah, they're dope, absolutely dope. And they're prolific as well, which is good. You know, they keep putting stuff out, you know, and every track, every album is great. You know, they've just got a winning formula. They've definitely got a winning formula. I'm going to give a big shout out to Paul Sitter, because he's done an re-edit, remix with Andy Cooper as well, which is dope. Yeah, again, Andy Cooper can't do any wrong.
Big ups, Paul Sitter. So awesome. Awesome work, man.
Yeah. Yeah, party band, as Mr. Lobb says. So that's fine. I think you may have a couple more. Is that right? I think you said you had a few stack. So
yeah, a couple more.
Should we keep going? Put a couple more on?
Sure, sounds good.
So what's this one?
This is Tambourine Party. Tambourine Party Records. Side on. Should I put the A side on?
Yeah, put the A side. That was dope. We had ZZ45 did a set and put the B side on the other day.
All right, this is Superstition. This is his edit.
Cool.
the shirt, it's way.
Yeah. So that artist was Tambourine Party Records.
That's a
He's
dope version.
He is an incredible digger, African, Nigeria, funk, disco, just incredible dude. We did a disco night just before COVID hit here in St. Catharines. He kind of lives like in Miami, Toronto. His parents are in St. Catharines, so we threw an event together. It was wicked, awesome, incredible digger, incredible records, and yeah, him and Al Tone, they have a couple records, and Tambourine Party Records label is really awesome.
So is that a re-edit, or is that something that he's dug and then reissued, or?
Yes, yeah, I think they dig it and they reissue.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Like
I mean, like you said,
dig really
got some sort of...
super deep diggers.
Yeah, well, it's definitely got that sort of African feel for it, and maybe. Before we play another one, obviously we can see your logo on your T-shirt, and that.
Yeah.
Talk us through that. Who did the logo, and obviously talk us through it. Cause, I mean, I can see, and we've discussed it before, but it's very cool.
Yeah. So my best man, Mike Chess. Mike Chess is a lead singer of Figure 4. So my best man is super creative. Just came up with the logo like over 23 years ago. I love the logo, how he cut the record, the platter in half and to make the D, and then he used the tone arm for the J, and then he used the same font for Techniques and put Tanner. And that's been my logo. It hasn't really taken off. I have T-shirts coming, got some merchandise coming on the way, but they have a colored version of it. So yeah, I can't believe how amazing the logo is, and I've been rocking it for 23 years.
It's perfect, and it's like you say, it's using what you do and restyling it, and it looks great. So yeah, big shout out for that. Yeah, cool. Let's go with another one then. What's
Sure.
The next one you've got?
The next one goes out to our Funklectic captain, Steve, Fort Knox 5, Brazilian hipster. Yeah.
That is dope, and I know that Mr. Lob traded a copy of that for with Butchie B. I don't know what he traded it for. Maybe he can tell us. But as he says, it's the DJ dancing show. You know, it's a couple of middle-aged men listening to records, dancing around. But yeah, that is a killer track. But it's But I mean, Mr. Lob's got some dance moves. Sometimes his son JS is better. He traded it for root down. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad trade at all across the world. Let's talk a little bit more about Funklectic then. So, you know, in case anyone hasn't seen it, you know, what does it promote? What do you do as part of that? And you said the next one's the 75th one. What, you know, have you got something special planned for that episode?
So each week on Funklectic, like Immaculate is the man. He makes the most video edits, and then I try to make as many video edits as possibly can. So each show, each week, we have fresh new video edits, and we incorporate other Global Funk Fam DJs, other DJs from around the globe, friends, and just funk members. And we raid in. We have like over 12 hours each Friday. And so Fort Knox 5 was also on Fridays at 9 o'clock. And then we reached out to Steve from Fort Knox 5 and invited him in to want to join forces. And so he's our captain of Funklectic, always spinning amazing tunes. So yeah, a lot of dope DJs, and just it's nice to do the little bit of a raid train every Friday for Funklectic, keeping it Funklectic. So it's funky edits, it's anything is pretty much funky. So it's Funklectic.
Yeah, and like Macula says, it's eclectic and funky, and there's probably ever after says all the funk. And have you got something special lined up for the 75th one?
Just a couple of new video edits, and just trying to piece together other I try to play the same sets over and over, so I just try to keep it fun and entertaining and engaging for 2 hours. Yeah.
I mean, it's a long time, and that, like you said, it's a lot of video edits for 2 hours. You know, it takes a long time to do them.
Correct. Yeah, lots of rendering, a lot of time rendering. So like maybe 3 hours average for a video edit. Yeah, so it adds up.
Yeah, it sure does. Okay, have you got some more? Have you got some more 45s for us? I know that might be a silly question.
This relates to Twitch. So Twitch was amazing. You find so many DJs, so many artists. One of the artists that I found out for the next man was Kiko Bun, and then he had my. I switched it from Bad Boy Tenor into Bad Boy Tanner, and I've been playing this. And on my Twitch channel, I have Bad Boy as a reference, so it's become a Twitch anthem for me.
I am the bad boy tenor in this land. Got the Panama flag and Italian. You need a chatter MC, a hype man. I wanna touch the mic, I hope you understand. With a combination like this, it must be Kiko Bun. No other singer there you can't test me. The better run, I kill a sound and pop away slowly. It's just fun. It's Kiko Bun. Oh, it's the bad boy tenor. If you wanna hear the bass like tremor, say oh, tenor, bad boy tenor, the baddest sound boy ever. Oh, it's the bad boy tenor. If you wanna hear the bass like tremor, say oh, tenor, bad boy tenor, the baddest sound boy ever. I like to wear all my jewelry at once. In my finest shoes, all the girls, them a glance. I found my blueberry boo and how to dance. It's a rock steady romance. She said, with a swagger like that, you must be Kiko Bun. I said, yes, missy, you guess right. I'm the one. I kill a sound and pop away slowly. It's just fun. It's Kiko Bun. Oh, it's the bad boy tenor. If you wanna hear the bass like tremor, say oh, tenor, bad boy tenor, the baddest sound boy ever.
Yeah.
That is perfect. Like I can't play that now without thinking of Bad Boy Tanner.
It's hilarious.
It's one of my favorite tunes. And yeah, I love it. I play it all the time. And the dub on the other side is great as well. And I went to a reggae festival, one day reggae festival July, I think August. It was put over a couple of years, and he played at that and dropped that, and yeah, loved it, absolutely loved it. Yeah, he's just a great guy. He's a great guy.
Amazing.
And I think is it the show? Did you catch the show that when he was on with the Next Men doing the stream? I think it was Stream Raiders, wasn't it?
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that. I think that may have been the first time I saw him do that as well. And that was a great show. He's those were some fun shows because they had Gardner and they had some other people come in, and the Next Men again killing it on Twitch. Absolutely killing it. We had Dom do a reggae set as part of the 45 Kings, and yeah, he just killed it. But he hasn't got many 45s, so we haven't been able to get him back. That's the. Nice. I keep asking him, and he keeps saying, "Well, I don't want to play the same stuff, and 45s are expensive. I need to wait till I build up my collection a little bit more." Yeah, again, they're great. I think we probably got time if you've got one more, and then let's do one more.
Sure. We'll branch off. That was 10 for tenor.
10 for tenor. Perfect.
We'll do 11.
Let's do 11. And then we'll have a quick little chat, and then we'll go and see my main man, Sideshow Maul, who I think is doing a stream at the moment.
11 goes a big shout out to Sam Tweaks. Just thoroughly love his streams, his sets. And as I was going through my sevens, I counted like 27 sevens that I bought from watching his stream. So it's just infinite. Like, it's incredible. Like, it's so good. This is great music. So this is one from when Sam did a detour. He did this Sam Redmore, Bob Marley, "Is It Love" song.
Oh, I think I
45.
Might be 33. Yeah, this one catches me out as well. I've got this. I'll ask that question in a minute.
Oh, Jah provide a bread. Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling?
Yeah.
That's such a beautiful, beautiful version. And yeah, I think we've all ended up buying records that Sam Tweaks has played.
So dope. Funny story about that one. If I can do a quick story. First
Yeah,
live
go for it.
event. So first live event, like after 18 months, COVID, and so I enjoy playing 45s at weddings. So I would like a 45-hour cocktail hour, and then or I'll just do dinner sets too. So I love to incorporate 45s at live weddings, which is fun. I record the set, give it to the bride and groom. But at this first wedding, people are just, it's all feels, it's all new normal. And one of the father of the brides was all out dancing to that tune, just feeling the love, feeling everything, just feeling the moment, and break dancing. And it was so incredible. And I'm like, that's such a tune. What a tune.
It's yeah, there's just something about Bob Marley. It's just, you know, it's amazing at weddings. You know, we've dropped tracks at weddings and people do. And you know, my friend's funeral had Three Little Birds as the track at the end. And again, it's just so uplifting. You know, there's something about Bob Marley and so uplifting. We talking of Sam Tweaks, we did 45 Raiders, and yes, last night was a reggae version because he's always going on about how he doesn't have much reggae, and he still managed to pull it out the bag. He's got so many records, he still managed to play an amazing reggae set. And I'm going to say big up, you did the Halloween 45 Raiders with us. I had a technical issue and you jumped on and did it and absolutely killed it. But yeah, thanks for being on that. I've got a couple of things. Paul Sitter's asking, why did you choose this arrangement of turntables?
Yeah, you know what? When I first started DJing, I was doing left and right, probably 2.5 years, 3 years, trying to work on doubles, always using vinyl. And then once I started using a laptop, I decided instead of having the laptop in the middle, I just put it on the side. And then I just wanted to be more doing this. And I saw Gangstar at Maple Leaf Gardens with Rage Against the Machine. I saw DJ Premier rock the turntables like this. And then recently you see Questlove do it. So now I kind of use the video edits as a crutch. And I wish I was, you know, pushing it more with the doubles. But with having the visuals, I kind of lean back onto that and just mix in songs. So yeah, that's a good question. I should switch and I should keep pushing on, but I just it's a comfort zone. It's I was just saying today to some guys, we did Majestic Mondays. We started on Mondays, but my basketball shot, the ball doesn't rotate how it should. It just goes like almost a half a rotation, and it has no chance if it hits the rim to go in. So it's like a different style, just a comfort zone that I just kept with and stuck with. So there's no real reason for it.
It's exactly, it's like what Double P says. It's, you know, what works, and, you know, you find something that works for you and you do it, you know. And obviously, you know, two turntables mixer in the middle is just, you know, what people use, but it's whatever works. And I think one final thing, you very gracefully said that you're going to be playing for my birthday stream on Christmas Eve. So I'm really looking forward, and thanks for that, man. That's I'm really looking forward to seeing what you're going to come up with for that show. So that should be good. And thank you for taking a bit of Christmas Eve out. And I know you're a family man, so, you know, thank you for taking a bit of time out to do a stream for me.
Yeah, awesome, man. Thanks for asking. It's an honor.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Right, I'm just gonna set the raid in motion, and then we'll have a very quick chat.
Awesome.
Okay, we're gonna go and see Sideshow. He's got a Test Drive Tuesday where he plays some of his new records that he's had. I just want to say a big shout out to everyone who's been in the chat. Thanks, Polly ever after, Paul Sitter, Double P, Mr. Lob, who's my guest next Tuesday. It's very early in the morning there in Australia, and everyone else who's sort of checked in. It's been a fun show and really great selection. And you know, I'm glad we went to 11 because that track, that Bob Marley track, is perfect, and it's great. And as Polly says, nice to see you. Right, cool. Okay, well, like I say, we'll be back on this show next Tuesday with Mr. Lob. Thursday we got 45s versus Simplice. We're going to go myself and Sideshow and with some Balkan DJs, so that should be fun. And then we've got Coffee and Donuts on Saturday morning on 45 Kings channel, and then Ace of Raids, and then 45 Funksters back here on Monday. So lots coming up soon. Hope we see you soon. And then Tanner, yeah, if you hang on there for a minute, we'll raid out and then we'll have a quick chat. But take it easy, guys, and speak to you soon.
Big love. All the best, everybody.